Hello, people. Happy New Year to all of you. So, another year is gone, and it leaves you with bittersweet emotions, feelings of fulfillment, feelings of regret, feelings of repentance, feelings of loss, feelings of gratitude for the things that you gained. There is this statement that people make of new year, new me. I don't think we fundamentally change as years change, as birthdays come, as these big commemorative days come and go by. But all we're looking for is change. But all we're looking for is a new beginning. To not feel the things that we've been feeling till now. To have a clean slate. But we generally tend to carry whatever we've experienced in the past, in the present. So that statement of New Year, New Me is never going to be fulfilled. I think doing things changes things rather than believing that things have changed. I wanted to talk about a lot of small little micro emotions that we feel in the everyday and which make the foundation of a month, of a year. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was loneliness. I think loneliness is something that we all deal with in the everyday, and that stems from the fact that we don't think that we have good company around us, that we can't trust people with our truths. The human condition, it's ridden with a lot of loneliness, which I'm sure all the people watching this experience as well. Say videos like this or any sort of parasocial relationship that we have with people online, it's just a way through which we're trying to hedge that loneliness. We're trying to distract ourselves from what we're feeling because it's much harder to process your emotions, to sit with them, to resolve them, and it's much easier to escape from them. So I think something that's helped me is journaling my thoughts. It doesn't make you less lonely, but it still is a good practice through which at least you know what's going on in your head. I think we all know viscerally what is going on in our heads, but to have something concrete to go back to as a reference for what you've been feeling and how you've been feeling persistently, I think a journal can really help. Apart from loneliness, we all want to be understood in some ways, understood by people around us. We want to be validated, feel valued with people around us. Might not always be the case. I think everybody is also they're involved in their own hubris, their own goals of self achievement, and it can be quite easy for people to dismiss you and to show you your place, to disparage you, to demean you, because, like I said, all of these host of emotions that we're feeling is are being universally felt. So feeling validated is important, and you have to know that you deserve goodness, you deserve happiness, you deserve to have people around you who will positively reinforce you. If people like that are not in your life, doesn't mean that people like that do not exist. I think there's also an onus on us to be vulnerable with people around us. Sometimes we have to take the leap of faith in expressing to other people our deepest vulnerabilities. And given that a lot of people, like I said, would be feeling the same way, they will reciprocate. I think emotions are the best authentic marker of what you're feeling, and it's very hard to fake emotions unless you're an actor. And of course, I say this quite a lot these days, try to judge people by what they do rather than what they say they will do. I think apart from loneliness and validation, I think we all feel shame for things that we might have done, things that we might want to hide for being in certain situations, in certain circumstances. And that also stems from comparison. And that, of course, is also stemming from a certain inadequacy that we might feel, something that we might feel we are deficient in. It also stems from wanting things and not having the means to do those things. Then there's envy and jealousy that we all feel for people around us who we might think are living better lives than us, who are achieving more than us, who we think will go further than us in the respective journeys that we've undertaken. Rather than feeling happy for people that they're getting opportunities, that they're doing well, we feel, why is this not happening to us? Why aren't we getting the same opportunities? But we haven't compared the challenges that these people might have who are succeeding right now, or the work that we're putting behind the scenes. So rather than respecting their journey and the outcomes that they're achieving, we feel envy for it, we feel jealousy, we project bad things to them, or we want to disparage whatever they've achieved by demeaning it. Just because we want something doesn't mean that we get it. But it also should be a motivator for putting in the effort to try to achieve it, to be consistent, to be disciplined, and trying to want to achieve those things. I think it's important to be happy for other people. It doesn't come very easy given that we have inflated egos, we have a very self-centered view of life. And all of this is very easy to say and harder to practice. I think when you compare yourself with other people, you will definitely feel inadequate. You will feel like you've not done enough, and that can make you spiral or go into places that you don't want to visit, that you felt you've resolved with the things that you've achieved in your life. But the only thing that I've learned is that we are all on parallel tracks, we're not running the same path, and it's futile to compare. Uh, we don't know what is going on in other people's lives. And in the same way, other people might not know what is going on in our lives. So you have to respect your position. You have to be grateful for where you are, and you have to work hard to be where you want to be. And it's not going to be easy, of course, but I think discipline and consistency will always trump intensity. Try to prioritize that. I think we all want to be exceptional in some ways, and it stems from the larger natural need to want to be seen and heard doing those things. It stems from a certain lack of validation that you might have from the closest people around you to want to conquer the world in some ways. But these pursuits will also feel very hollow if you can't share them with people. So it's important to take people along on this journey, to have them as accountability aggregators, to keep them close, to feel enriched or to learn from their journey as well. I think you are a sum total of the 7 closest people to you, so try to find good company. And that should be an important life goal as well. Of course, it's about furthering your own cause, but it should also be about what kind of people can I surround myself with, that they can be positive influences, that they can push me along in my journey of self growth. When we seek new things, we feel that we will feel different. We want to feel the euphoria of newness. We want to feel different from what we've been feeling. I don't think we can fundamentally feel different by just believing that dates and years will be markers of that. I think events in your life, when you work towards those events, will change you. I think making choices with all your heart to put your time and effort into things that fulfill you, that help you grow, that help you feel close to the nature of your being is important. So I hope that in this coming year, all of you can find these things, that you can feel less lonely, that you can feel more validated, that you can find your sense of purpose, that you do not compare yourselves, that you end up doing well for yourself by surrounding yourself with good people, by taking the leap of faith in trusting people. And at the same time, of course, there is, of course, you for yourself, and you have to do a lot of things for yourself, and you have to be your best companion. You have to accept yourself. You have to be critical of yourself, and yet you have to love yourself. So that is not very easy, but you have to try to do it. Try to fail to do it. You will struggle on certain days, but on some days you'll find some self-love. And that should not be narcissism, but a deep appreciation for who you are or what you do as a person. And the tides of time, they will teach you things. I think a newer version of you will be required to go through each challenge. So brace yourself for that. Don't be daunted or overwhelmed by it. It's very easy to be overwhelmed by what is to come. It's going to be bittersweet, both good and bad. So try to take it in your stride. know that nothing really matters that much. Of course, for the things that we're seeking in life, there's a lot that is riding on it, a lot of people's expectations, and of course that can be pressurizing. It can feel that somebody is slowly choking you in some ways with their expectations. But I think uh, we can only control our effort. We can't control the outcome. So try to do the best that you can with the abilities that you have. Hone your abilities towards being better. If things have to work out, they will work out, and if they don't, then you move on, which is hard in its own way, because we tend to fixate on a lot of things. We like to cling on to things, but it's not healthy to hold on to things that might not be meant for you. And that doesn't mean that bad things are meant for you. It might mean that good things, better things than what you might have imagined for yourself, are out there. Thank you for listening in to another one of these honest catharsis sessions. Hope to be more honest this year, at least on this channel. Grateful for this growing, budding community. We'll try to be more consistent in putting things out for all of you. So please take care. I deeply care for all of you, and I'm very grateful to have all of you positively reinforce and support me in this endeavor in trying to make the world a better place. At least help you understand yourself better, or at least you can empathize with the things that I'm saying, and try to find your own voice, try to find your own faults, and try to remedify them. So I'm also on this journey of self improvement. I hope I can take all of you along on this journey, and I hope that all of you can grow with me. We can get up and fall together in that respect. And I hope and I wish that this is a deeply fulfilling year for all of you. This is me checking out. Happy New Year. Please take care.